Howdy! Welcome to Aspire Mountain Academy. I'm Professor Curtis, your instructor for this course in Introductory Statistics. In less than 10 minutes, this video provides additional practice constructing CI estimates for population means using StatCrunch. Let's get started. First, we're going to look at an example involving the redesign of a boat. This is actually similar to an example problem we looked at in a previous mini lecture. So given the increasing mean weight of men in recent years, we need to redesign boats with an updated mean estimate so that the boats do not become dangerously overloaded. People have died in boat accidents because an obsolete estimate of the mean weight of men was used in the boat design. So here we've got a sample size of 40, and the mean weight for the sample is going to be 172.55 pounds. We used a simple random sample of the weights of men, so simple random sampling is in effect. Research from several other sources suggests the population standard deviation is 26 pounds. So first, we're asked to find the best point estimate of the mean weight of the population of all men. Second, construct a 95% confidence interval estimate of the mean weight of all men. And 3, what do the results suggest about the mean weight of 166.3 pounds that was used to determine the safe passenger capacity of water vessels in 1960? So let's tackle the first question first. Find the best point estimate of the mean weight of the population of all men. Well, what is the best point estimate for the population mean? You should know this. I hope you said it's a sample mean. So the sample mean is the best point estimate for the population mean because the mean is an unbiased estimator. Second question asks us to construct a 95% confidence interval estimate of the mean weight of all men. So to do this, we're actually going to construct a 95% confidence interval. So to do that, we recognize that means alpha, our significance level, is 5%. So that means our critical value z-score is going to be 1.96. Why are we calculating a z-score, not a t-score? Because remember the key question, do you know what the population standard deviation is? And back at the problem statement, it told us what the population standard deviation was. So that means we're going to use a z-score, not a t-score. So 5% significance level, 95% confidence level, they mean that the critical value z-score we want is 1.96. So now we can calculate our margin of error. Here's our margin of error equation. We substitute in the values we know. Outcome's 8.057. So substituting those values into the general format for a confidence interval, we're going to subtract on the left, add on the right, and out comes 164.493 to 180.497. So this then is our confidence interval estimate. Now, what do these results suggest about the mean weight of 166.3 pounds used to determine the safe passenger capacity of water vessels in 1960? Well, here's our 95% confidence interval, 164 to 180. And where does 166.3 reside? It's inside the confidence interval. So that means it is possible that this value that was used back in 1960 could still be the mean weight of men today. Okay, it's inside the confidence interval. So it could actually be the true population mean. However, the best point estimate is a little bit higher than that mean weight that was used back in 1960. So the point estimate is suggesting, yeah, you know that the old value is still within our confidence interval. The value that we have from our sample is pretty much higher. So yeah, it suggests that, perhaps that mean weight is now considerably greater as well. So, if we underestimate the mean weight, it could lead to lives lost to an overloaded boat. So, the results strongly suggest that we need to collect additional data. And this is a conclusion that you get in a lot of real-world studies, mostly because studies are connected with funding. And so we need more data. We need to collect more data. We need to do more research. We need additional study. And really what they're saying is we want to keep milking the cow. We want to keep getting money. But in this case, it actually is warranted by the actual results of the statistical analysis. Let's look at another problem involving the depth of earthquakes. So here we've got a dot plot showing 50 earthquake depth measurements. And the mean value of those measurements is 9.8, standard deviation 5.01. What's the 95% confidence interval estimate for the population mean? So first, we ask ourselves the key question. Do we know what the population standard deviation is? Well, here I'm hoping the answer you gave is no. It's not listed. We don't know what it is. So therefore, we're going to use a student t-distribution. We're going to use this distribution to calculate our critical value. So, if the problem statement doesn't tell you anything about whether or not the population standard deviation is known, just assume it's unknown and proceed using your t-distribution. You can go old school, but it's much easier to use StatCrunch. So inside StatCrunch, go to Stat, T-Stats, one sample with summary. In the options window, enter in your summary stats, select the confidence interval radio button, make sure that confidence level is where it needs to be. And then once you've got all that, hit compute, and out come your results. And in the table in the results window, there on the very end, the lower and upper limits for your confidence interval will appear. And that brings us to the end of this mini lecture. I hope you found it helpful. You can find more mini lectures for this and other courses at AspireMountainAcademy.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.